This video is brought to you by my lovely patron Cameron Strauss. For as little as $3 a month, you can get your name shouted out at the start of every Xenosaga video, as well as access to bonus behind the scenes content. Link in the description below. Hey guys, so over last year I got the chance to review some pretty cool fan translations of some Japanese exclusive games, and in doing so I stumbled upon a certain fellow on Twitter by the name of Valkyrie. I first found out about Valkyrie when I discovered their attempt at an English translation of the Xenosaga DS port. While Valkyrie was unable to finish the translation, I quickly learned about their other translation projects and quickly became a follower of their Twitter account. Since then, I've made contact with them and they've helped me out numerous times over the last few months with videos like the Super Robot Tyson Saga Endless Frontier Exceed retrospective, as well as the Xenosaga Pied Piper retrospective. Valkyrie's been such a great help to me that I wanted them to tell me more about the work that they and their colleagues do in translating not just the games, but a whole bunch of media for idiots like me who can only speak English. So without further ado, please welcome Valkyrie to Xenosaga today to tell us a bit about what they do.
I'm Valkyrie, I'm 33, I live in Paris, France. I like video games, flowers, animals, mythologies, arts, especially drawing, and reading. Above all, I like to make other people happy.
On Twitter, you certainly do come across to me as someone who likes to brighten people's days. So according to your Twitter account, I get the feeling that you, like me, are a big fan of the Xeno series and the Super Robot Wars series. Do you mind telling us how you got into the series?
Thank you for the compliment. Well, after finishing the game Valkyrie Profile, Lenneth, I searched for JRPGs with a good scenario. So I quickly saw the name Xenosaga on the internet. Actually, I met Cosmos before that, because I watched a lot of videos of Mugen and Card Saga's Wars. Those are fan-made fighting games. In those videos, I found Cosmos very impressive. In the end, I don't regret getting into the Xenosaga series at all. The scenario is indeed amazingly good IMO. As for the Super Robot Wars series, well, I discovered this series thanks to the game Super Robot Tyson Saga, Endless Frontier. I started this game merely because this is a Monolith Soft game. But I really liked it, especially the funny interactions between the characters.
I agree, Monolith is an incredible company. It's funny how you mentioned meeting Cosmos before Xenosaga because I'm in a similar situation. I first met Cosmos as part of the project Cross Zone Games and loved her design so much that I dived into the Xenosaga trilogy, luckily before Xenoblade Chronicles 2 caused the price of those games to skyrocket. By the way, on the topic of Xenosaga, how did you get into the series when the only power release was of the second game? Also, have you played any of the other Super Robot Wars games outside the Endless Frontier duology?
Well, the PS2 is region locked, and my PS2 is European. But the fact that only Xenosaga Episode 2 was available in PAL wasn't really a problem for me, since I can freely play all 3 episodes via emulation. As for the other Super Robot Wars games, no, I didn't play them. But I'm really interested in the stories of the Super Robot Wars original generation games, especially the games on PS2.
Now here's the big question, what is the best game Monolith has ever made? I'll even allow Xenogears as an answer.
This is subjective of course, but Teemo Xenosaga Episode 3 is very good overall, both its gameplay and its scenario. It's rather well balanced, somehow, and I appreciated that. This game was really a great experience for me.
Now being a fan is one thing, but what got you to go the extra mile and help in translating these games as well as other surrounding media into French and English?
Well, first of all, I don't speak Japanese at all. And I'm not a native English speaker. But I'm always happy to help people if I can. As for the fan translation of Super Robot Tyson Saga, Endless Frontier Exceed, I had been recruited by the boss of the team. So it's not exactly a personal initiative. But this was a very great experience for me, and I'm very proud and happy of being able to participate in this great adventure.
So tell us a bit more about your involvement in the translation of Super Robot Tyson Saga Endless Frontier Exceed. What was your role in this project?
Well, I had many roles. Recruiting the fan translators. Proofreader. Once the script has been translated, my role was to check the translation, so as to correct typos, changing sentences so that they match the personality of the character who is speaking, checking the consistency with the other parts of the script, etc. Xenosaga expert. There is some Xenosaga characters, and some Xenosaga lore in this game, even if this game is not really canon in the Xenosaga timeline. My role was to be sure that the script was consistent with the lore of the Xenosaga games on PS2. Endless Frontier expert, same as above but for the first Endless Frontier game. Beta tester, self-explanatory I think. Community manager, self-explanatory I think. Advertising the project on Twitter, YouTube, Gabotem, and other minor roles.
Checking for typos while not speaking English as your first language is very ambitious of you. So when it comes to the actual translation from Japanese, how do you handle this for other projects? Do you rely on machine translators, or do you outsource the work to others who can speak Japanese?
I asked for the help of people who can understand Japanese, whether they are professional translators or not.
So, are there any other projects you're working on right now?
For now, my work on Xenosaga DS and on Xenosaga Pied Piper both are on hiatus.
Well, I for one are looking forward to the day you're finally able to finish these projects. Finally, what would you like to say to someone who might be interested in getting involved in fan translations?
Do not hesitate to ask for help, whatever the topic, translation, hacking, recruitment, lore, etc. Do not hesitate to ask the opinion of several translators if you don't understand a part in the script. And if you decide to stop a project, then at least share the work you already did online, so that other persons may use it for a future project.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me. I enjoyed our conversation a lot. So guys, if you're a fan of games like Xenosaga and Super Robot Wars, be sure to check out Valkyrie on Twitter, as they're always sharing content about those games and so many others. And with that, we've come to the end of today's video. So I'll see you guys next time for my next video.